We're getting close to the next KASPA breakout. I'm going to show you why. Let's jump right on into it. All right, guys, so KASPA today is sitting at a price of 13.75 cents, up 3.33% for the day. I want to talk about this price action today because I've seen some things on the charts in TradingView that gives me and should give you a little bit of hope for the very near future. So let's jump into that chart real quick. I'm going to show you a couple things in here. I'm going to blow this up so you guys can see it better. So I've got marked out here 100-day intervals. All these blue vertical lines are 100-day intervals. What we see here in every single one of these windows, KASPA has set a new all-time high. New all-time high here, new all-time high here, new all-time high here, new all-time high here, here, just barely. And now we've started another 100-day interval, and we are kind of on a downtrend so far throughout this window. But I want to give you guys a little hope, because if this thing continues to play out, then we have potentially 48 days to see a new all-time high. And that doesn't mean it's going to take 48 days to get to that new all-time high. That means sometime within the next 48 days. It could be very soon. It could be toward the end of that box. But if this continues to play out here, then we should see potentially a new all-time high within the next 48 days, and that would be December 1st. Okay? I also want to, and let's keep in mind that this is only lines on a chart and that it doesn't have to play out this time. Okay? It's played out every single other time, so that gives us a little bit of hope. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 technical data points, but that doesn't necessarily mean the 8th time it's going to play out. That being said, it seems like there's a fairly good chance that it will play out, because we are, again, in October, which is usually a very good month, November usually a very good month, and December usually a very good month, in halving years right before the bull cycle, the bull market, kicks off for good. Now, I also want to show you from these previous all-time highs here, if we go to the top and we take a measurement to right before we got our next leg up, it was about 76 days, roughly. This one here, from all-time high to right before we kicked off the next leg up, about 74 days, okay? Now, if we come over here to this all-time high, previous all-time high, and we take a measured move to where we are now, we're at about 75, 76 days. So right in the exact same window that the rest of those downtrends lasted before we got our next leg up. So that is also another reason for hope. Everybody has been thinking that we have just been in a dreaded downtrend forever, but it literally lines up with previous downtrends before we get our next leg up. So I don't know if this time seems worse for whatever reason, but it is literally the exact same time frame. Okay? We can even go back further, and from this top here, I think it's a little bit less of a time window because the market cap was a lot lower and things moved a lot faster. So we only had 53 days there, and we only had 43 days here. But remember, the last two major downtrends, or even this downtrend here, was 70 days, 71 days before the next leg up. So going back to the last 1, 2, 3 downtrends that we have seen before we had our next leg up and saw new all-time highs, it was roughly between 70 and 76 days. And right now, again, we are roughly sitting at about 75 days. So it's the exact same time frame. No need to panic. Everybody thought KASPA was dead because it was lagging a little bit behind other cryptocurrencies at this time. Just remember, all these downtrends were the exact same amount of time, and based on this, and based on these 100-day intervals, we should be getting some green positive movement and a new all-time high within the next 40 days, probably sooner. Okay? So I just want to throw that out there for everybody as a little bit of hopium for this dreaded choppiness that we have been seeing over the last number of months. I know that the highs and the lows from day to day over a long period of time, months, can be brutal. It cuts at you and it stabs at you. It turns and it churns. And you get to a point after a long enough period of time where you want to throw in the towel. I feel like right now that is where a lot of people seem to be at. If you look at crypto Twitter, if you look at YouTube, if you look at, I mean, if you just look at yourselves, a lot of us are at that point where things just seem like they are never going to get better. And I want to stress to everybody that they will get better. And this is exactly what the market does to people. And this is exactly why most people don't make it in crypto. You always hear the saying that only a very small percentage of people make it in crypto. And this is one of the reasons why, because of these brutal sideways, up one day, down the next, up one day, down the next, at a slightly declined price action where people just cannot take it. It just eats at them to a point where they want to give up. And what we're doing right now is we are watching everybody in real time that isn't going to make it this cycle. You are hearing people selling. You are seeing people give up. You are seeing and hearing all at the same time of all these people selling their crypto because they don't want to be a part of it anymore, because they can't take it anymore. This is literally the time right now where the winners become winners and the losers become losers. Everybody who is selling their crypto right now is going to be a loser. Everybody that's holding on to their crypto or buying more crypto at this point are going to be the winners. Okay? Now, there's other phases to becoming a winner as well, like making sure that you sell when you need to sell and a few other things, but we're not talking about that in this video. We're talking about the fact of you holding strong, sucking it up, growing a pair of balls, and staying in the market when it is the hardest to stay in the market. And that is what's going to propel all of you to winner status rather than loser status. And again, there's a reason why very few people make it in this market, and you are seeing it in real time again right now. This is one of those times that separates the winners from the losers. But on a lighter note, there is a saying that most of you, if not all of you, probably already know. And it goes like this: the darkest hour is right before the dawn. We are in the darkest hour right now, and it's almost dawn right around the corner. In the meantime, guys, continue to pack your damn bags before it's too late. I will see you in the next video. Peace out.